but I'm one of the people where cardio is my number one enemy. I hate cardio more than anything on the planet. And so someone who has ran marathons, I don't get it. I mean, I used to date someone who did half marathons, and they'd say, "Oh, you want to come out and go running with me?" I was like, "Unless I'm being chased by you with a knife, I'm not gonna go running with you." But when it comes to marathons, uh, so after your first one, you just said, "Hey, that was great. Let's do it again."
Yeah. Yeah, I started running a little bit. I'd never been a runner or enjoyed running, and I just had a group of people I was training, and we were walking, and then I don't know. I know what happened. I started walking half marathons. So I had a group of girls I was training, and I took them out and we did some 5K and 10K walks. And then we walked a half marathon. And I was like, well, what's all the fuss about? That was easy. It was 3 hours or something. And so I did a couple more, and I'm very competitive with myself. And I couldn't do them any faster. Like I was walking, I could not do them any faster. So I had to start running. So I started running a bit, walking a bit, running a bit, walking a bit. And then because I'm competitive with myself and I had to keep beating my time, I ended up running the thing. And then I got to, I think I was 49, and I went, you know what? I'd love to run a full marathon. How hard can it be? I'd love to run one by the time I'm 50. So I did, and I did that first one. And of course, then the same thing happened. I had to do one faster. And then I had to do another one faster than that one. And it's just this competitive, it's my personality. So I ended up doing 8 of them. And with running, it became, it is true that once you get past that pain, you do get a big endorphin hit off it. And it did become my happy place. It became my soul time. And all of that training leading up for a marathon, because I work full time, I have a big client base, I'm always busy. So I would train at 5 or 6 in the morning. So it would be dark for a lot of the year, but I would never train with headphones or music. I would just go out and run, and it was like it was my soul time. It was a very cool time of reflection, and yeah, the endorphins nothing has ever given me that endorphin hit since that running gave me. Quite amazing.
I've experienced it a few times myself. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, for me running, yeah, that is just painful. I think it was just from all the sports that I did, where all we did was running, and then it was just brutal. But one thing that I love to ask all of the health and fitness guests that I have on the podcast is, if you were to walk into a gym and there's 100 people in that gym, there's 100 different ways as to how those people got into shape. Whether it comes down to, I mean, how their diet is, what muscles they trained, what exercises they do, how many reps they did of those exercises. I mean, so many little things add up to the overall package that people end up seeing. What was that experience like for you, finding out what works best for your body? Because I always sort of compare it to being like a mad scientist, where you have to constantly, try out new things to find out what works best for you.
Yeah, I agree, you do. And I was running marathons, but I had a significant bit of middle age spread going on. And I think sometimes running those long distances, your body perceives it as a stressor. I think my body thought, what the shit is she running away from? And I think I was producing quite a lot of cortisol, and I was keeping a lot of belly fat. And it is quite interesting that since I stopped endurance running and got back into the gym, I am a lot leaner than I was when I was doing all of that cardio. So I know for me, strength training is the key. I train generally 4 sets. I always train to failure in that last set. Um, Usually somewhere around, I don't know, 8 or 10 reps to failure, and then sometimes I'll do less reps for 4 or 6 weeks, just to build the weights up a little bit, build my strength up a little bit. But generally, I'm in that kind of 8 to 10 reps. Um, Always to failure. I train with weights. I've got a 5 or 6 way split depending on my schedule. Um, just doing the weights. See, I love food. So just doing the weights doesn't keep me as lean as I would like. I have to mix up a little bit of cardio in there. So I generally I'll do 20 minutes on the Stairmaster. I do still run, but I only do 5Ks. and that would be maybe twice a week. We have a thing called the park runs. Do you have park runs in the US?
Runs. It sounds familiar, but what exactly is it? Just in case I know what it is.
Okay, they're worldwide. I think they're free. They're I can't remember the name of the guy who set them up now, but they're a free run for the community, and they're 5Ks. And I've done them in England, and I've done them here. They're in Australia. I'm sure they're in the States as well. So I do a park run once a week. They're on a Saturday, and it's quite cool because they give you a time, and they give you your time against the rest of the world, because there's people in Japan doing them, there's place everywhere doing them. So the competitive part of me quite enjoys that. I do have to do some cardio, and definitely when I'm shredding for a competition, I definitely have to build more cardio in. But for me, it's not high intensity; it's slow, steady state. Twice a week, I might do a little bit of 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, just for my cardiovascular health, just to get my fitness up a little bit. But it's generally slow, steady state, 20 to 30 minutes, cross trainer, stairmaster, that kind of thing.
Yep.